Hi there. How's it going? Hope it's not too cold there. Here we had a heavy snowfall, so it's freezing cold. So first, let us introduce ourselves one by one. My name is Woojin Kim, aka Andy, co-founder and CEO of Business Canvas, managing product and business strategy. All of our co-founding members have met in an AI startup, and having worked together already for a year, even before starting this new journey, has laid us a solid foundation of teamwork. I've personally been a productivity geek myself for a decade.
Hi, my name is Jinyan, the CTO of Business Canvas. As a person who deeply understands the product validation process, from idea all the way to the final product, I aim to build the simplest solution in the leanest way possible.
Hey, my name is Sungmin and I'm in charge of product design here at Business Canvas. Through deliberate design, I aim to achieve the best of both worlds, product experience and business success.
Hello, my name is Dongjun. You can just call me Kirk as well. I'm in charge of overall marketing and brand strategy. I am building the brand that can effectively deliver our product philosophy and identity to our customers.
Hey there, my name is Brian, co-founder and product strategist of Business Canvas. Through product, I aim to solve our users' specific pain points and deliver value the most effective way possible. And talking about value, let us introduce you to Typed. We are building Typed, a context-driven document collaboration hub to save document writers like you and me from two opposing extremes. Number one, too many resources, and number two, lack of a document collaboration tool. Today, we suffer from an endless sea of scattered digital resources. On the left side, here's an investment report that Jamie wrote 6 months ago. As you see, she utilized multiple quality resources that helped shape her report. If Jamie was to write an updated or diverged version of that investment report today, do you think she can easily bring back all the useful resources and files she referred to, say in 30 seconds? Definitely not. On top of that, how wonderful would it be if it was possible for Jamie to refer to not only the report of her colleague, but the resources they referred to? As you already know very well, such ideal working scenario is nearly impossible, as resources are scattered everywhere. Your local drive, Google Drive, email, Slack, Evernote, possibly even a saved link on Chrome bookmarks. Seriously, it's everywhere. But many people definitely do already organize their files very systematically. However, the monolithic tree structure of folder systems prevent people from finding related and useful resources easily, leaving them with the only option of clicking each folders one by one. There are just too many resources in too many locations. And aside from these emotional agonies and frustrations that our users, who we call typers, by the way, face, there's a huge cost. According to IDC report and McKinsey, an annual $30 million loss occurs given an organization with 1,000 employees. And there's more. The second extreme gets even worse once the document becomes a collaborative effort. In cross-functional product development process, each team uses a different tool that produces a different file type. Hence, keeping up with each team's update is just super difficult. It's a nightmare. Outputs created by each team go through numerous changes and updates due to internal and external feedback. And as time goes by, these change to outputs that come in all forms, that design file, text file, PPT, organically affect the progress of each other. But with the current form of file structure and version management, as you see over here, nobody in the team can tell what kind of update has been specifically applied to a certain version. Let's take Slack for an example. It's considered a top API hub that integrates everything, yet it insufficiently just lets people know, and that's really it. With crowding messages, it rather decreases productivity, as you see over here. Messages are random. How about Asana? Another big problem. There's a huge gap between tracking your tasks and actually doing them. Team members must manually check whether a task is assigned, ongoing, changed, done, etc. It's an extra burden to their productivity. Cost-wise, such inefficiencies in document-based collaboration cause over $5 million loss annually for a company. Let's just think about it. There's GitHub for developers, Jira for product managers, and Figma for designers. How about the rest of us? It's unfair. for sure. There must be a better way for us to work.
That's why we built Type. Today, potential typists are pitiably dealing with document-based collaboration tasks by constantly emailing or sending attachments via Slack, which is extremely hard to keep track of. Files are easily lost, communications get tangled, frustration breaks through the roof, and productivity decreases severely. Type, on the other hand, provides an easy-to-track bird's-eye view of how each document is evolving throughout the collaboration process. We call this our document-driven collaboration hub. Type will give context to your team's scattered document-centric projects. Let me show you how we can provide context to chaos of documents. So here's the main page of Type. What makes Type truly special lies in here. This timeline view for all sorts of documents from different applications by many cross-functional teams provides unprecedented visibility. For instance, once a product manager finishes a product requirement document, the design team works on prototype based on this PLD, and the version number goes up whenever there's a significant change in the PLD, and the design team can recognize what kind of updates have been made to the next version. Like you see, all forms of important communications regarding the document can be easily managed and synchronized throughout all cross-functional teams. With Type, cross-functional team-wide version control and workflow management is easier than ever. Of course, you can view and search documents with a more traditional hierarchical view. Wait, how do we add those document-specific tasks and comments? Okay, so you can add a blank document using Google Docs or Slides. But this time, I'm going to use some recommended templates right over here. And we've got some of the recommended templates. I'm going to use this one right now. And voila, here's the main workspace of Type. Not only this guided template applied in the editor, but you can use some useful resources ranging from tips to samples are prepared for your convenience. Of course, you can save online resources with our web browser extension, or you can simply drag and drop various file formats. Then you can refer to any resources while writing documents without alt-tabbing, and create document-related subtasks and assign to you or your teammates. Want to integrate tasks bi-directionally with project management tools that your team uses, like Asana, Monday.com Suite? Just switch yourself. Soon, we'll support the same level integration for comments with Google Docs and Figma, Notion, and so on. At this time, you may wonder then how we can provide visibility across different versions from a variety of applications. Like you see a button on the top, push to project, just like pull request in GitHub, it instantly creates updated version and pushes to the project view you saw earlier. The same is possible for other third-party applications, thanks to plugins, extensions, and such ecosystem. Let me go back to the deck and explain about our another core knowledge network. To search for a specific resource today, people need to rummage through several storage platforms and hope they didn't forget the specific file names, which they probably did. But with our context-based knowledge network, Type revives your and your team's dead documents and resources, optimizing knowledge management and capacity. So the scope of resources you can utilize in Type is limitless. For instance, if you click related docs tab, you can see all relevant resources and docs and their versions across applications and projects. And related resources tab right here shows literally all relevant resources of you and your teammates across documents. Brian mentioned earlier the problem of scattered resources. That's why this search bar exists. So you can search immediately dispersed resources, pieces of information, such as Asana tasks, emails, and even Slack attachment, or you can drag and drop messages to embed in your document. So Type revolutionizes the existing monolithic tree structure. In the existing file management system, the system cannot grasp the relationship at all. However, type is different. Type forms, as you see, a web of associations between all resources centered on the document. Leveraging this network, once you decide to create a new document, all documents and resources that my team and I have created, collected, or referenced will be magically recommended based on the context of your doc. Doesn't this remind you of another network? You're right, it's the World Wide Web. Or you can think of Google's PageRank algorithm, which operates with the fundamental rule that prioritizes pages with most references from other pages. We plan to apply this revolution to private cloud-based applications that is accessible only to you and your team. Slack, Asana, Notion, Google Drive, Gmail, you name it. Type remembers all this just for you and your team. Type will be your second brain, helping you purely immerse yourself in man's most intelligent and creative activity, paperwork.
We understand that the most effective go-to-market strategy is crucial to gain an early traction and expand to a critical mass. We'll start off with a freemium model that expands from individuals to startups through word of mouth, and eventually to large corporations. This model has led to success among Asana, Notion, Trello, and many others. During the initial B2C phase, the market size would potentially include 2.6 billion users who already use Google Workspace, as we use Google Docs and Slides for our primary editor. In the near future, as we're adding more and more integrations with other tools as a collaborative hub, we can absorb knowledge workers who struggle to collaborate with cross-functional teams. We know that there is surely a demand for type today. In our early proof of concept test, we acquired over 1,000 pre-subscribers with only 3 days, representing over 60% of our site's visitors. In fact, 48% also registered for our product webinar and provided specific personal details for further updates.
Based on the freemium subscription model that has already been proved in the market, we aim for revenue of $10 million in 3 years. After the incorporation in July last year, we closed a seed funding within only 2 weeks from 3 top-notch investors in South Korea, which is known as the fastest closing record in their history. We're one of the fastest growing early-stage startups in South Korea today. With Techstars Tel Aviv, we want to buckle down and lay a solid basis to play in the global market. Thank you so much.